Can you truly go fully wireless on Oculus Quest to play all your PC VR content and get rid of the Oculus link cable altogether? Completely free, untethered movement for that perfect immersive feeling. Check out my video and remember, we're born to respawn. Hello fellow YouTubers, Mac in VR here. Welcome to my channel dedicated to all things gaming in mixed and virtual reality. Today I'm going to be talking about virtual desktop again. So this is a follow-up to my video on how to set up and run virtual desktop to stream all your PC VR content, whether that's Steam VR, Oculus Rift or Rift S and Viveport to name a few. What? You haven't watched that one yet? Well, I've placed a link in the description below and I'll also link in the video at the end so you can go and watch it then. Have you set up and run virtual desktop yet? Don't forget to comment down below and tell me how you got on. This time though, I wanted to see if it was actually feasible to completely bin the Oculus link cable and just run all your content on virtual desktop. Before we go any further though, we need to understand how PC VR works and how the Quest takes a different approach which can cause its own inherent problems. Firstly, how does a normal PC VR headset work? Well, your standard PC headset is basically just two screens, one for each eye to create a three-dimensional depth and a wide field of view, an audio solution like a pair of headphones, and a tracking device for processing movement information. Most of the hard work is done by your PC, which is there to render the graphics, produce the audio and process the tracking data which is being received from the headset, controllers and any external tracking devices, like for example the Valve Index's Lighthouse 2.0s or the Oculus trackers. There is very little inherent latency here as the PC is doing all the hard work. So how is Oculus Link different? Oculus Link is an update to the Quest software that allows users to play PC VR games via a USB cable. It creates a pipeline that utilises your gaming PC to render the graphical information, encode that information, then stream the information down the pipeline, your USB cable, to your Quest, which then uses custom decoder to decode the data so that it is ready to view, and finally process the data using latency mitigation to reduce the delay or latency. While all this is going on, all the tracking data from the Quest headset is being sent back to PC simultaneously, which then renders this data, encodes it, etc., all in a big loop. Because the Quest is actually working to decode all the information, this can introduce inherent latency, though Oculus have worked hard to reduce this using very clever software to tackle the three big issues in VR: visual quality, latency and player experience. How does virtual desktop work? Well, it basically fools your PC into thinking that your Oculus Quest is connected via a USB link cable. It then uses the Streamer app to create a virtual server to stream the rendering data that the Quest needs to the headset using your router's 5 GHz wireless network. Using the 5 GHz wireless network reduces the latency to a manageable 20 to 30 milliseconds. This allows that soggy bag of neurons between your ears to process the information without feeling sick. To make this as fair as possible, I picked 4 games, 2 very fast-moving rhythm action games, Pistol Whip and Beat Saber, and 2 more sedate but still action-packed titles, Onward and Half-Life Alyx. Yes, I know, any excuse to play Valve's masterpiece. Sorry. So for each game I've played the same level. Revelations for Pistol Whip, Beat Saber for Beat Saber, duh, Bizarre for Onward and Revelations for Half-Life Alyx as well. I've recorded myself against a white background so that you can see where I'm tethered and where I'm using the Quest wirelessly. And on the Quest recording, I've also captured the information from the virtual desktop streamer app so that you can see the latency in real time. Once I've played those recordings, I'll give you my full rundown on what happened and whether I think you can bin the Oculus link cable and go completely wireless. See you in a minute or two.
force just took down the last substation.
Oh, let me see. Eli, the force just took down the last substation. Brace yourself, Alex. It's gonna come down.
Wait, what the?
They've activated some sort of emergency backup. They've activated a backup.
Tell Alex there's no way that backup is safe. She can shut it down.
Dad says...
I heard him. So head towards those beams, right?
Right, that's gonna be the backup station.
I hope whoever's in there is worth it.
What's that, Alex?
Nothing. I'm on my way.
And the living one. I died, and behold, I am alive forevermore, and I have the power of death and Hades.
Right, now that's done, how did it go? Well, for starters, everything ran flawlessly. All the games started up, were very playable without any fiddling to be done by either the link cable or the virtual desktop app. So that is a positive straight away. The latency while using the virtual desktop app seems to average out at 35 milliseconds with a noted high of 46 and the noted low of 28. Perfectly comfortable, and my little squidgy brain did not feel sick at any point during the gameplay. I did notice on Beat Saber there was the occasional loss of tracking, which I think may be down to the insight tracking on the Quest, struggling to keep up with those quick hand movements, rather than a problem with virtual desktop. It didn't spoil my enjoyment, but I think that if you're tackling a song on Expert Plus, which is way beyond my talent ceiling, you may encounter an issue. No problem was noticed while playing Pistol Whip. Playing Onward, I did experience a few occasions of my gun not lining up properly, but I do know this is down to the insight tracking losing sight of one of the controllers, as it happens when using the link cable as well. A quick fix is to just quickly push your arms out in front of you and everything resets. I don't believe I encountered any problems with Half-Life Alyx, as all the guns can be used one-handed and the game ran very smoothly. I also think with a bit more tweaking of my wireless network and some of the virtual desktop settings, I could get that latency lower. One example is that I forgot to switch the Wi-Fi off on my mobile phone, or cell phone for our American cousins. Any other devices on your network can massively impact the latency you experience. It may be worth doing a follow-up video on this. We'll see later. So in conclusion, can you finally play PC VR completely untethered and free of the Oculus link cable? Yes, I believe you can get rid of it and play VR the way it should be played, which is completely free, untethered movement for that perfect immersive feeling. But you may need a battery pack for those longer sessions and maybe a better audio solution, because the Quest audio is, and also it isn't very comfortable, so maybe a better head strap and well, that sounds like I may need to do another video on the best Oculus Quest accessories, coming to the screen near you soon. What do you think? Have you used virtual desktop to play your PC VR content? How did it work for you? Please comment down below. I'd love to hear about your experience. Well, that's all for today. Feel free to share this content, like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon to be notified whenever I upload any new content. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the other side.